This is Tanaka Ronnie Chindom representing Golden Cloud Network, and we're here to share knowledge and experience with you. Today we're going to be talking about the National Development Strategy 2, NDS2. This is a part of a broader plan which has been termed Vision 2030. Whoa. Before you rush into political mode, we have to state this disclaimer. We are not a political organization. We're here to share knowledge and experience which will help you enhance your decision-making capability. And this happens to be one of those things that can influence your decisions, that can help you make better decisions, that can help you navigate the terrain of Zimbabwe as you may know or may not know it. So let's talk about it. National Development Strategy 2 is a 5-year plan which is meant to transform the economy of Zimbabwe into an upper middle income society. That means that people will have access to more money and people will be able to do more things with their money. People become liberated financially, and this will promote a lot of growth and development in society. So that's the goal. That's what we're trying to achieve here. So what do we have to know about this National Development Strategy 2? The part 1 of the plan has already been executed and the results are there. But there's now a second stage which is set for 2026 to 2030. Today we're going to be looking at some of the 10 priority areas of this plan and what we should know. So let's get into it. So the first area of priority is macroeconomic stability. What does this mean? This basically means a stable economy. If an economy is stable, that means it's predictable. And if the environment is predictable, that means people are more confident and comfortable to participate and engage in such an environment. For example, you have $10,000 disposable income. You want to turn that $10,000 into $15,000 in 6 months. If your economy is stable, if your macroeconomic environment is stable, then that outcome is guaranteed. You can comfortably and confidently put that $10,000 into a certain investment, and that investment will bear fruits that will benefit you. So we want this. This is a top priority area because if your economic environment is stable, this attracts investments. Because if you know that if you put 10K here, you're going to get $15,000 in 6 months, then everyone is going to be running to make that investment. And once those investments are done, then jobs are created because you have a business going, and that business needs people that are operating the business. Jobs are created, and when jobs are created, then people are now sharing that money that is being invested in that business. That means there will be more circulation of money within the economy. In other words, equitable wealth distribution. In other words, inclusivity when it comes to money. And everyone wants that because everyone will now be able to do something. Everyone will now be able to participate in the development of that society and the expansion of that society. So that is the priority area number 1, macroeconomic stability. Area number 2 is all about promotion of the transition from a primary commodity-based environment or economy to a broad-based economy. What does that mean? The country mines gold, right? But do we process the gold? Do we make gold jewelry? Do we use that gold in industrial plants or other uses of gold? No. In that situation, then that economy is termed a primary commodity economy, where we're only producing something, but we're not turning that something into other things as it is possible. So the goal is to make our maize, grow our tobacco, and process that tobacco so that we won't just have tobacco for export, but we'll also have tobacco products for export. That is a priority area according to this plan. And how does this help us? Again, if you're turning tobacco, there will be people that will have to grow that tobacco. And now there will be need for people that will process that tobacco. And then there will be need for people that will sell that processed tobacco. That means that work is being created, jobs will be created, and investment will be injected into these projects so that this can become a reality. In other words, money will be moving. In other words, people will start to make more money. And That is the point of this all, to promote and produce an upper middle income economy. So that's how it is. So that's the second area of second priority area of this plan. So we're just gonna browse through other areas and then we'll then discuss them in detail later. What else are we trying to achieve in this National Development Strategy Plan 2? We need modern infrastructure and housing. We need modern sectors, specifically energy sector, ICT, transport, water, sanitation, modernization of those industries or sectors. Number 4, we need increased agricultural productivity for food and nutrition security. Number 5, we need to promote science and technology and human capital development. Number 6, we need devolution and decentralization for balanced and inclusive national development. Number 7, we need job creation, entrepreneurship, sports and cultural participation for the youth. Number 8, we need equitable, quality health and social services. Number 9, we need to strengthen international relations to attract foreign direct investment. And number 10, we need to strengthen governance and security institutions for peace and stability. So if you pay attention to all the things that we just mentioned, they're all playing into the same thing. For example, let's touch on the issue of modern infrastructure and housing development across all sectors, such as energy, ICT, transport. If you have modern infrastructure, if your roads are well, that means that more activity will take place on those roads. If you have a wide road that can accommodate maybe 4 lanes of cars, that means more cars will be able to move in a given time. And if more cars are moving at a given time, that means there's more productivity. And when there's more productivity, that means that there's a possibility of more profit. And when there's more profit, that means that that profit is going to be invested somewhere else and jobs are going to be created and more people are going to be touching that money. So that's the point of it all. We've touched transport, let's touch energy. If there's more energy available in the country, that means that energy is going to be used for productivity, that energy is going to be used in industries, that energy is going to be used to perform certain tasks that are probably producing a product that are going to be sold on the market for more money. Basically, all of this, more ICT infrastructure, that means that network is good. And when the network is good, that means that we can send our emails faster, we can make our downloads faster, and that can help productivity to move at a faster rate. We can order our products on Alibaba more faster. All of this infrastructural development, all of the modernization of this infrastructure plays into the single element of increased productivity, increased efficiency. And when there's increased productivity and efficiency, that means that more money is moving and everyone is getting a taste. And that will ultimately lead to an upper income society, upper middle income society, which is the goal of this plan. So this is what it's all about. And this plan is showing us how to get there. And it's quite simple if you look at it, if you actually take time. So increased agricultural productivity. Of course, we need that food security for people to have the energy to work. Okay, increased promotion of science and technology and innovation. We need scientific innovation so that we can invent or innovate certain products that can be a gateway or a breakthrough to some industries. For example, if we're able to innovate a simple task that is used in science, then we're able to do something better, because that's what innovation is all about, to improve a process. And if a process is improved, that means that more can be done in a shorter period of time, or more can be done with less energy. And that is good for us. That means more profit. That means more money available for other people to use. This is what it's all about. Job creation, equitable, quality health. If the population is healthy, then more people are available to work. People are able to do more. This is what it's all about. All of these 10 priority areas all play into the single theme of national development, national strengthening, sovereignty, which will produce an environment which is desirable. But enough of that, enough of the 10 priority areas. Let's look at some of the strategies that are going to be used in doing that. For example, in order to do this, we're going to need innovative and effective resource mobilization methods or skills that will help to fund, because if you want to develop the infrastructure, then you need money for that. You need to raise money for that. So that is a skill that is needed when pursuing this plan. We're going to need effective, innovative resource mobilization. So hey, if you have such skills, then you have an opportunity to make money. Another enabler is efficiency in economic enablers such as energy, transport, ICT. If you're able to introduce a device or service that ensures efficiency in energy, efficiency in transport, then hey, you're going to help enable this process and you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to capitalize from the leverage that you have to offer. Competitive business environments and enforcing ease of doing business. This is a critical factor because hey, not many people will participate if the environment that you're in is harsh, if the environment that you're in is hard to do business. So this is up to the governing authorities to put an ease of business policies that ensure an ease of business so that more people participate, so that more people have access to the necessary elements that allow participation in this program, in this plan. That's what it's all about. Broadening the task space is another strategy by transitioning the informal businesses so that they can become more formalized. And when they're more formalized, they're able to collect more tax, which can be used to fund all these projects, all these top priority areas. That's what it's all about. And another strategy, development of human capital. We're going to need more people. If we're going to grow, if we're going to produce or open more industries, we're going to need more people. We're going to need more professionals. And the development of human capital is done through education systems, strong institution and governance systems, because for all of this to become a reality, for all of this to come through, we're going to need great leaders, people that are able to manage the initiation of these projects, people that are able to manage the execution and the maintenance and the termination of all these projects. So we're going to need strong institution and governance systems for effective implementation and coordination. So also another factor is robust data provision, data monitoring, evaluation, and performance rating, because it's all about data. Data points which areas needs improvements. Data points which areas need attention. So that's what it's all about. So those are the 10 priority areas for the attainment of this plan, and we've outlined that plan and why it's important and why focusing on these areas can provide a lucrative opportunity for you as a service provider or as an individual who's trying to penetrate the market, who's trying to penetrate the environment that we're in the name of service, in the name of profit, or whatever motivates you. So let's leave it at this. We hope that you've got something. We hope that you got one or two. So we conclude here. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.